Jump over to a question I love to ask. I'm going to start with you, Chad. And you all are at the vanguard of this capability out there in your agencies and your companies. And there's always lessons learned, right? Chad, I'd like for you to sort of highlight what's the sort of top lesson learned that you all encounter with your various communities when it comes to the immersion of AI.
Yeah, I think the biggest lesson we have learned and our customers have learned is a scaling impact is a lot harder than building the demo. So it's pretty easy to get to a really impressive demonstration of a solution in a lab environment, even maybe on your laptop. But to take that to something that's truly production grade, I think requires three things. The biggest challenge most organizations faced is just this trade-off between cost, accuracy, and latency. What worked using my commercial model on my laptop is not going to scale to 5,000 users because the cost of that LLM will be too high, or if we use a smaller one, will be too latent. So you really need an approach to be able to, how do we make those trade-offs between cost, accuracy, and latency in the test environment? So we're thinking about the scalability, right? And that comes back to these things like, where can we use a smaller language model? Where can we use less compute to make something truly scalable? And then I think the other two barriers that come up, we've talked about trust a bit, but you've got to be thinking about how do you build in trust from the beginning? What observability will be available not only in experimentation, but then also in deployment. So we can measure how the model's performing or the agent's performing. And then the last thing I'd say is deployments just like day one. You also have to think about day 90. How are we going to refresh this solution over time as we learn more things? New data becomes available, different components change out, and an interchangeable framework that allows that deployment to stay live as new components are added. Those are the three things we think organizations have to understand to be able to truly scale AI solutions.